Hi everyone, it's Purdue with Bees Alter Designs. I wanted to show you my most recent project that I finally finished. It only took me a couple weeks to do this one. But it's done, and this is a clock, and I'll insert a picture of what it looked like before I started it. And I am going to flip the camera and hang it back up, and I'm going to lay the clock down so that I can point out what I've done. It's easier than holding it. It's kind of shaky when I hold the camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to start out with what I did was, this was already textured because I had this tin that covered the whole sides of it, and I had pulled the tin off and it had like glue on here. So what I did was I just gessoed it and then I painted it this like aqua blue color acrylic paint, and then I took a piece of sandpaper and I just went over it and kind of made it look old and distressed. And then on the inside, on the back here, and it's not painted, there's a piece of wood that goes in here. I haven't put it back yet because I keep taking the battery out of it. But this piece comes out, and that's where the clock part is. So I took that out and I added some paper to it. Actually, I don't have the, hold on, let me get the paper so I can show you guys what I used. I used its Bo Bunny Somewhere in Time paper, and it's really, really, really pretty steampunk paper. So I used that, and I stuck a piece back there, and then I had this wooden clock piece that I used, and all I did was I painted it, I brushed it really lightly, and then I used some black soot to make it look a little old. And I fussy cutted one of the hot air balloons out, and I put a little fairy there. And there's some flowers back there. You can't really see them because it got covered up with this. I have some gears here. When you lay this down, there it goes. It gets stuck on my gears. When it's standing up, it doesn't. Well, anyways, it does work. I just wanted to put the battery in it to show you that it does work. Okay, so I put some gears here that I had actually used the tin that came off the sides of this. I used that to put on my gears. And then I have some metal gears here and little doodads on there. And then for the bottom, this is the part that I absolutely love. And if you saw in the picture, let me zoom in here. I hope you can see this. If you saw in the picture, this had a piece of wood here. This was not a hollow area. There was actually wood there, and there was actually a piece of tin. On my picture, it doesn't show the tin, but there was a piece of tin here. I took the tin off a while ago because I had started to do this a while ago, and then I took my jigsaw and I sawed that piece of wood off because I knew it was hollow on the inside, and I'm like, oh, I want to do something in there. So I put some corner pieces here, and this piece, I think this is an industrial chic piece, I put there. I didn't put a brad here and here. I totally forgot, so that'll be something I'll add later. And then I put a piece of the paper in the background. I painted all in here, and I fussy cut some of the paper there. And then I really want you to get a good look at this, so I'll hold it up. These are like recollection flowers, mostly in here, and some silk flowers that I had, and I put gears here, a light bulb here. There's this really cool thing back here. If you can see, I'll go closer. The butterfly, I put a light on there. That light came from inside this thing, and I'll show you in a minute what those things are. I'm not even sure. I put a filigree back there, some more gears. And there's one of those clocks. It's a stopwatch, or not a stopwatch, a pocket watch from Creative Embellishments is where I got that one. And then some sprays there. And over here, I use, this is so funny, you know that the green hanging folders that you put in your file cabinet? Well, that metal piece that goes inside of it, I don't throw any metal away. I'm such a hoarder. So I had one that broke, and I said, oh, I can use that for something. So what I did was I used 2-part epoxy and I bent it, and that's what this piece is back here that's holding this on. And from this piece here, I put a wire through it, and there's a square bead that actually is holding this faucet thing on that says time, and it goes around this gear here with the small little hot air balloon. And the key, this key is from Julie's store, which is Craft Supplies for You. And then this was from a watch. I just took that off of a watch and put that there, and a screw. And then I just put gears here. And for this part, I use nuts to make these, you know, be 3D. And then I just took wire and I wired it around there. And then down here on the bottom, I wanted to make it look like, you know, these are pieces that fell out of the clock. So I have some gears down there and some screws and some springs and some nuts. And so that's what I did on the inside, and I just think it came out so awesome. And I want to show you those things. I had been to an estate sale, and I found, you know, a Folgers coffee can filled with stuff, of course, in the basement of where, you know, where the husband must have did all his work. So I found these, and I don't know, I was like, oh my gosh, I can use these for my steampunk projects, and they're really cool. And this light here that's on here, it's actually these two. That's inside of here. That light bulb is inside of here. And I don't know if these are, I don't know what a condenser is. But I don't know if they like plug in those and you twist it, and these are what gives it, you know, the power goes through that, and of course the light must light up, I'm assuming. Because there's, there's arrows to where you have to turn it, so it must. I don't know. I just thought they were cool, and I thought they would look awesome on steampunk projects. So I picked up the coffee can, which I think I paid $1 for, and it had these, and it had a whole bunch of other, you know, screws and all that stuff in it. So anyways, I know, not an interesting tale, but I just wanted to show you what that was. But this is my clock, and I hope you all like it. And I'll be back soon with another video.